Hello and welcome to the 32nd VeltPvP development log. This week, we're going to be going over everything being added to Battlezone. Our Battlezone Season 2 update will be released this Friday, September 17th at 4 p.m. EST. Velt Voice will be released for Battlezone on launch. We won't have specialized voice rooms like we do on practice, as we're still gathering some statistics which will help us create a more tailored experience for other game modes. This means there will only be one global voice room, and we will be improving upon this for our future seasons. With this release, we now will have voice enabled on our hubs, practice, and Battlezone servers. Unity will soon follow, and then we will also possibly be bringing it over to Legions in some capacity. For this map of Battlezone, we are releasing a new feature, the Auction House. This is a place where you can buy and sell items to and from other players. Simply run /AH and you will see the Auction House menu. There are two types of ways to sell items using this feature. You can sell an item for a set price using /AH list sell and then the price. This means players can buy it right away for the specified price. You can also use /AH list bid price and then an increment. This means players will have a period of time that they can bid on your item, and the person who places the highest bid will win it. The price is the starting value, with the increment being the smallest increase in price that they can bid. There will be a small cost to post items on the auction house in order to prevent it from being used as an extra storage space, along with a small tax on sales to help better maintain the economy. Players will also be limited in how many items that they can list at once, with higher ranks being able to list more items than the ones below. We are also releasing some new ability items, the first of which is called Instant Invis. For this item, we fixed the name tag Invis glitch. This means even 1.8 players can't see the name tags of invisible players now, making Invis raiding a viable strategy. The Instant Invis item takes us a step further and makes your armor vanish entirely. Your held item will still be visible, however. Instant Invis will expire after a few seconds or whenever you take damage. This does mean that you are able to hit players while having your armor remain invisible as long as you don't take any damage. Since they can see your held item, it's not an invincible strategy, but we expect this to be a very powerful item. Our second new item is the Drunk Bottle. Hit a player 3 times with it to give them slowness and nausea while giving yourself strength 2 for a few seconds. We've had a lot of requests for more aggressive items, so we're introducing a few new ones in hopes of creating a more enjoyable experience. Our third item is the Drainer. This item is similar to the Drunk Bottle, requiring 3 hits to give your opponent debuffs whilst giving yourself strength. This item, however, only grants strength 1 to yourself and gives your opponent poison 2 for a few seconds. This item will be a little more common than the Drunk Bottle and is more focused on passive damage rather than burst damage. The fourth item joining the loadout is the new Teleport Bow. This item acts similar to the old TP Egg, allowing you to teleport to your target that you hit with an arrow. This item has limited usages, so make sure to use it wisely. For the fifth item, we have the Inverter. This item gives you strength for 5 seconds and regeneration for 10 seconds. The catch is that the lower your health, the stronger the effects are. If you have less than 3.5 hearts, you can get strength 2, regeneration 2, and even resistance 1. The goal with this is to encourage some more risky plays from players. Our sixth item, and yes, I promise we are almost done, is the Rewind. This item is pretty unique in that you can actually use 2 of them for different effects. When you use your first Rewind, your health, hunger, location, and current potion effects are saved. After 15 seconds, assuming that you haven't died, you will be teleported back to that original location and have everything restored to what it was when you used it. This item will not restore regeneration because, well, god apples, but it will be extremely effective for pushing into bases and is both an anti-trap and a trapping item. Now, if you use a second Rewind before those 15 seconds are up, you will instantly teleport back, meaning you can control when you go back if you are willing to use a second Rewind. I don't know why I saved this one for last, but the final ability item is the much less exciting Guardian Angel. This is more of a utility-based item, offering absorption and resistance for 10 seconds, which can serve as a counter to some of the more aggressive items introduced in this update. Our goal is to make combat a lot more exciting this map. We may be changing some of these values before launch or even after for balance purposes, but if we do, we will be posting a changelog in our Discord. Now, on to our last set of new features, Enchantments. We have 3 new enchantments joining us for Battlezone, including a unique spin on enchantments that we might look to expand in the future if people are interested. The first new enchantment is a chestplate called Death's Touch. Whenever you die with this enchantment on, all nearby enemies will be given slowness and poison 2 for 3 times the enchantment level seconds. This is an enchantment that allows your teammates to regroup after your death and can buy some time for you to rejoin the fight. The second new enchantment is a bow enchantment called Firefighter. If you have drank a potion of fire resistance and you are hit by an arrow from a bow carrying this enchantment, there's a chance that you will lose a chunk of duration from that potion effect. If you're wearing armor that has the fire resistance enchantment, then that armor has a chance to take direct damage instead, breaking much faster. The final enchantment is the Song of Speed enchantment. This enchantment acts just like the normal speed enchantment. However, if boots with this enchantment are equipped by a bard, then the speed effect given to allies from that bard will have its duration increased by 50%. This is the first class-specific enchantment, which adds unique value to a specific class, and we're looking forward to exploring this feature more in the future. This map of Battlezone will have a lot more events for you to enjoy. We are introducing 2 new community managers in our team who will be in charge of organizing and hosting frequent events on our network. Going forward, you should be able to see the schedule of these events for the week when you log into our hubs. This will translate into more events being hosted on Battlezone and Practice, so we're excited to see how these play out with Voice. These are the only changes coming to this next map of Battlezone. We won't be introducing any new classes. Instead, we will have the Ninja class from last map and the Blacksmith kit we introduced sometime last year being our 2 unique classes. A lot of these new ability items and enchantments might also make their way over to Unity, but this gives us a good way to see how players like them before we introduce them into a more competitive scene. We're excited to see how this new aggressive meta plays out and how Voice is used by the player base on Battlezone. As always, if you enjoyed these devlogs, make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of our releases.